Hello, this is Kelly Dwyer with Nature Education Opportunities, bringing you an education inspirational moment, ways to help you and your students connect with the natural world. Well, here in New Hampshire, we have an abundance of white pine trees. They are found throughout our forests and also in many of our urban areas that surround our homes and our schools. And these soft, fringy needles offer an excellent opportunity to weave different materials throughout all of your curriculum areas. So in this video, I'll share with you some of the ideas that I've done with students over the years. But first, let's take a closer look at the composition of the white pine. So the adult leaves are called needles, and they come in these little clusters of 5 needles, on average 5, and they're called fascicles. So if we think about the way to remember that, 5 needles per little cluster, and that corresponds with 5 letters in the word white. That's just a simple little mnemonic to identify the white pine. So let's think about language arts, what type of activities we can weave in throughout our curriculum that engage, again, the students with the white pine. So what I've done is I've typed up white pine, and then older students can actually work off this to rearrange the letters to create as many words as they can come up with. It's kind of fun to test their skills in terms of moving and manipulating letters. For the younger kids, it might be easier for them to actually cut out the individual letters and manipulate them manually so that they can actually see the creation of new words. Another thing that's fun to do is to have teams of students. So you could have a team of 9 students, and each student would have one of the corresponding letters to white pine. Have them stand up in a row in front of the classroom, and have another team of students try to use communication skills to move the students around to create those new words. It's a great way to practice a little bit of team building. Students typically have a lot of fun with this as they're trying to move around creating new words. So that's an activity that can be done and get some physical movement into the day as well. Acrostic poems are always fun to do, to have kids work on that, to come up with adjectives or adverbs using the different letters in white pine. One thing that's fun to do with younger students is to have them focus on one letter in white pine per day and find different words within their reading or around their classroom or your home setting if you're teaching at home. So again, to strengthen those particular letter and blending sounds together with the kids. So in math, what we've done is to use the white pine, these little clusters, as manipulative. So again, on average, it's groups of 5. So it's great for counting, subtracting, or even multiplication by 5 factors. So that's kind of a fun manipulative to use that's connecting them right with the natural world. In art, it makes a nice nature's paintbrush. So you could use some diluted tempera paint or watercolors and have the kids use that as a paintbrush on some paper and just sort of swirl and create all kinds of designs using a paintbrush right from nature. Science, of course, there's lots to research on the value of white pine in various ecosystems for a food source, shelter for a lot of animals. So kids could actually research one particular animal that uses the white pine for significant shelter or food, and then try to present that to their classmates and give clues and see if the kids who are guessing can find out what animal that their teammate or their classmate is representing. And of course, the best way to be connecting with being outside is to actually get outside. So take your kids outside, have them look around and see if they can find white pine trees in their schoolyard neighborhood or at home if you're working from home with kids, and see what they can observe. Who's using those trees? What shape, what size, what other trees are around them? So again, have fun with these activities and enjoy taking your students outside to collect these and then bringing them back in to continue the exploration from nature right inside your classroom. Thank you, and I look forward to hearing how you use these.